Welcome to class. Namaste. Thank you for being here today for practicing with me. Today we're gonna practice Hatha 1. For today's practice, we need one chair. If you have a pair of blocks or any substitutes for blocks, and a strap, or if you don't have a strap, a belt. So let's wait for a few minutes and some of your friends getting ready. Is anybody from outside from Singapore? Namaste. Is anybody new into the practice? Thumbs up if it's your first time practicing with me or practicing from outside from Singapore. Okay. While we're waiting for the rest of you guys to join the class, please help us to share these classes with your friends, with your family. The more that we reach the students, the better we can keep the positive energy during this period of times. Although we cannot control the things that are happening right now, but at least for this hour we're going to be in control of our breath. We're going to try the best to stay focused. Hi from Indonesia. Hi, hello. Hi. Hola, Ivan. ¿Cómo estás? Muy bien. Let's wait for a few more minutes. So for those of you just joined the class, get a pair, two pairs of blocks, substitutes if you don't have, straps, and one chair for today's practice. So today's practice, we're going to focus on camel position. It's a backward bend that helps us to open up the heart, belly, and your quadriceps. Also, improve the flexibility on your back and help you to strengthening your back muscles as well. So the first part of the class, we're going to do a little bit of flow, super slow, simple, and then static positions. Okay, good. Let's get ready. Let's get on the mat. Give me thumbs up if you're able to hear me properly. I'm trying different microphones and see. Yes, good. Anybody else? Muy bien. Okay, let's start. Let's sit on the mat. Take one or two blocks for sitting in Virasana position. So your heels apart and your knees together. One or two blocks. You can also use a cushion, pillow. Bring your shoulders up and down away from your ears. If the comments start to be so up, just slide your screen down, and the comments will turn off. Close your eyes. Take a long deep breath. Inhale. Open your mouth. Exhale, release. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. 3 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Last 2. Inhale. Exhale. One last inhale. Exhale. Bring your hands to your heart. Take a moment for dedicating your practice today. And bring into your mind the name of the person you dedicate your practice. And just repeat it on your mind 3 times. Slowly open your eyes. Welcome to class. Namaste. Have a good practice. Inhale. Bring your arms up. Look up. Exhale. Gentle twist to the right side. Lengthen your back. Slowly turn your gaze to the right side without force. Inhale, bring your arms up, 1 breath. Exhale, twist to the left side. One last inhale, arms up overhead. Interlace your fingers, hands facing up the ceiling. Relax your chin to your chest and bring your arms further back behind your ears. Michael, please let me know if you can hear me properly. Thank you. Take 3 more breaths. 2, 1. Exhale, release. Come to all fours position, tabletop position. Spread your fingers. Knees in line with your hips, hands in line with the shoulders. And start to shift the body weight back and forth. Back and forth. Now circles to one direction, slow pace. All the way around. There. Back to neutral. Turn your fingers to the side of the room. Shift the body weight to the right, to the left, to the right, to the left. 2 more breaths. Back to center. Open your knees, big toes together. Active child pose. Walk your hands forward. Keep your elbows off the mat. Spread your fingers. Maybe fingertips on the floor or hands firmly on the floor. And bring your forehead on the ground. Take 3 more breaths. In any moment during the practice you feel downward facing dog, it's too intense for you, because down dog is going to be your resting pose. Child pose is going to be your resting position. Take 3 more breaths. 2, 1. Come to all fours position. Few rounds of cat and cow. Spread your fingers. Relax your belly. Inhale, look up. Hold your breath for a second. Tuck your chin to your chest. Round your back. Hold your breath for a second. Inhale deeply. Long breath. Hold your breath. Retention. Exhale, chin to chest. Round your back. Retention. 3 more. Inhale, long deep breath. Hold your breath. Exhale, chin to chest. Retention. Come back. Last 2. Inhale, long breath. Feel your spine. Exhale and round. 1 last. Inhale, long breath. Look up. Exhale, chin to chest. Round cat position. 5 breaths. Either keep your knees on the floor or off the floor 2 inches. Round your back like an angry cat. 2 more breaths. Transition to a downward facing dog. Paddle your leg on your downward facing dog. Legs right and left, right and left. 2 more breaths. Find your pigeon position on your right side. Right knee to the right hand, right foot to your left hand. Place your back knee on the floor. If this is too much for you, take half pigeon instead, holding the back leg. Take a couple of breaths, move side to side. If you need, take a prop for your right cheek. 3 more breaths. Hopefully the music is not too loud. You can hear me properly. Take 3 more breaths. 3, 2, music okay? 1 more breath. Exhale, center. Opposite arm, thread the needle. If you need rest on your right forearm, if you're comfortable here, catch your opposite leg with your right. If you have an extra prop, take a prop for your head. 5 counts. 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, release. Hands on the floor. Find downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. So make sure the distance from downward facing dog is the same distance from plank position. So if your plank is too short, walk your hands forward, and from your plank, take a downward facing dog. Doesn't matter if your heels doesn't touch the floor, just try your best to send them down. Find the stillness in downward facing dog. Two more breaths. Belly into the spine, belly up to the throat. Take a long deep breath, inhale deeply. Hold your breath for a second and exhale slowly by your mouth. Pigeon on your left side. Left knee, left hand, left foot, right hand. If you need to modify, fold your opposite leg side to side until you find your neutral position. Take a prop if you need it, so make sure you are not sitting too much or sinking too much on your sit bone. Take an extra breath, inhale, thread the needle opposite arm. Either stop here, continue, and if you feel comfortable here, catch your opposite foot. Allow you to close your eyes in this position. Take 2 more breaths. One last. Exhale, release. Find downward facing dog. Find the stillness on your down dog. And this set, try to bring your toes up. Just for 5 counts. Engage quadriceps. 3, 2, 1. Look forward. Quietly bring your right foot in between your hands. Place your back knee on the floor. Take a couple of breaths, stretch and rebend your front leg. 2, 1. Find your low lunge position. Inhale, hands on your knees and arms up. Inhale. Interlace your fingers, bring your hands behind your neck. Puff your chest up towards the ceiling and take a mild backward bend by bringing your head against your hands. Open up your elbows. So make sure you're not sinking in the pose, not resting. Squeeze your inner thighs. Try to bring your legs towards the midline. Elbows wide open. Take 3 more breaths. Remember this pair of hands behind your neck later on. 2. Exhale, release. Left hand firmly on the floor. Take 1 big breath, right arm up, exhale. Right arm, bicep by your ear. Make sure your shoulder is away from the ear so you're not resting, you are lifting, you're creating a space. Hand on the floor. Find your downward facing dog or child pose if you prefer. And this set, repeat toes up. Press your hands firmly down and forward, Hatha Bandha. And try to send your heels down, Parabandha. 2 more breaths. One more breath. Look forward. Next inhalation, left foot in between your hands. Place your right knee on the floor. And a couple of breaths back and forth, stretch and rebend your front leg. If you feel doing any extra movement that you need to do, feel free to do so before finding the stillness. Take 2 more breaths. Inhale, low lunge position. Little by little, bring your hands first to your knees. Inhale and up to a runner punch. Okay, just make sure your knee is not weight over your ankle. So if you need, bring your foot forward. 1, arms up, inhale. Interlace your fingers behind your neck. Open up your elbows. Lengthen the side of your body and press your head gently against your hands. Create a space on the side of your body. Open your elbows, open your chest. 1 more breath, inhale. Exhale. Right hand firmly on the floor. Take a long deep breath, inhale, left arm up. Lift up, reach up. Bring the bicep by your ear. This is where you look while you're practicing in this position. Look to your left wrist. counts in down dog. 2. Mindfully bring your knees on the floor. Separate your heels. Take 1 block if you need it, or even 2 blocks like we did at the beginning of the class. Just make sure you're not sitting on your heels, toes pointing back, knees together. Take your strap really wide. Good. Bring your hands wider than your shoulders. Take 1 brief breath, inhale, arms up. And we're gonna do some shoulder passes. So if you start to bend your elbows, the strap is too narrow for you. Bring your hands wider if you need to. Okay. Slow pace, back and forth. Arms straight. Now if you started to feel a little more comfortable with this movement, bring your hands a little closer, maybe 1 step. Closer. The more that you move, your joints getting warm, a little more flexible. So bring your hands closer for the last 3. 2. 1 more. Exhale. Release. Find downward facing dog position. 5 counts together. 5. 4. Observe your breath. Let your breath tell you how deep, how soft you're going to practice today. 3. 1 more breath. Next inhalation, look forward. Bring your right foot in between your hands. Make the stance a little closer. Hand on your shin or ashtangis on your big toe for Trikonasana, Uttita Trikonasana. Inhale, exhale up. Now, make sure you have the same length on both sides of the body. Take an extra breath. Either continue in the same position or take a half bind. Those of you who want to take another expression, you want to go for full bind, make sure both legs are straight. These 3 down or up to the shoulder, whatever is comfortable for you to breathe. 1 more breath. Now release the bind, everybody. We meet in triangle and bring the bicep by your, like we did before. These 3 to your fingers. Lengthen the right side even more. Exhale, look down, hands on the floor. Keep your left knee off the floor and make the stance a little longer. If your hand cannot reach the floor properly, take your prop. Take a long deep breath, inhale, spinal twist, exhale. Lengthen, inhale, bring the bicep by your ear, exhale. Imagine somebody's pulling your hand towards the front of the room. Back heel in line with the ball of the foot. Exhale, release. Keep your left knee on the floor and pivot your left toes to the back. Swing your right leg back. Either stay here or start to take my backward bends. Right hand to the top of the foot and kick back. Both your chest forward. Kick back for 3 more breaths. Exhale, release. Hands on the floor, down dog or child pose for 5 breaths for reset. Three more breaths. 2. 1. Look forward. Left foot forward in between your hands. Make the stance a little closer. Front heel in line with the arch of the back foot. Inhale, exhale, triangle. Like I said before, make sure you're not squeezing one side more than the other one. And if you did it, take a half bind triangle or a full bind. We need to stretch your shoulders for camel position, for being able to reach the top of the feet, the heels. For those of you who want to go a little deeper, today you're going to take your wheel position. 2 more breaths. Now inhale, arm up. Bring the right bicep by your ear, these two to your fingers. Now imagine somebody's pulling your hand towards the front of the room. 2 more breaths. Exhale, hands on the floor. Make the stance longer. Keep your right knee off the floor. Take an extra breath, spread your right fingers. Inhale, spinal twist. Move slowly with awareness. We're not sinking, we are lifting. Keep the left knee closer to the midline. The last few breaths, bring the bicep by your ears, so feel the extension on the side of the body. Exhale, look down, hands on the floor, right knee on the floor, pivot your toes to the right side. Inhale, variation of side plank, or heel towards your butt cheek, catch your foot and kick back. Puff your chest up, strong right arm. Exhale, release, downward facing dog or child pose. Calm your breath and ask yourself, where is your mind right now? Bring your mind to this moment. Take 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. Exhale, look forward. Take a step right and left, until your feet are at the middle of your mat. Soften your knees. Inhale, roll up to a standing. Good. Keeping your feet apart. Bring your arms parallel to the floor. Take a long deep breath, inhale. Bring your hands together. Now open up your hands, your palms facing up the ceiling, and exhale, release. Now inhale again, arms to the center, hands together. Open up your hands up towards the ceiling, and let's take a couple of breaths here in this position without arching. So tailbone pointing forward, ribs in, and try to bring your arms back as much as you can. Now keeping the same position, just turn your hands. Now imagine the chair is there. I'm going to do the same thing later on with the chair. 1 more breath. And exhale, release. Inhale, arms up, 1 breath. Forward fold as you exhale. Find your downward facing dog position. Inhale, come to a plank pose. Shoulders over wrists, knees on the floor. Chest, chin, or forehead on the ground. Pause for a second. Strong arms. Slide your body forward to a backward bend. You decide how deep. Baby cobra or cobra. Exhale, chest all the way down. Good. Bring your hands behind your neck. Interlace your fingers. Legs together or legs apart, just make sure the top of the feet is firmly on the ground. Just 5 times. Inhale. Lift your shoulders up. And exhale, release. You can keep your legs on the floor or bring your legs up. 4 more. Inhale. Exhale. Elbows up. Breathing long breath. Exhale. 3, 2, last one. Inhale, hold, release your arms, the same thing we did in a standing position. Open up your shoulders, so your hands facing down. 3, bring your arms higher for 2, 1. Exhale on the floor, downward facing dog or child pose for 5 counts. 5, 4, 3, and 1. Bring your knees on the floor, knees together, and separate your heels, and see if this set you can actually sit on the floor. If it's too intense for your knees, continue with your props. Couple of breaths here. Good. If you already feel too much, you may be prepared caution for doing Supta Virasana, okay? Either fingertips on the floor, take a couple of breaths in this position. And for those of you who feel quite comfortable here, try to see if you can bring your forearms on the floor. And this is the first step, you don't need to go beyond. Also, it's a good idea if you have props to take your forearms on your blocks. So just adjust accordingly the way you're head, maybe a little higher. For regulars, lay down all the way back and bring your arms overhead. So in this position, if your forearms are on your props, poof your chest up, keep the neck long. Remember the extra pair of hands, don't drop your head. Keep your neck strong and long. 3 more breaths. If you're in full position, hands on the floor, and slowly meet in a seated position. Mindfully bring the body weight forward. Stretch your right leg, shake your leg. Stretch your left leg, shake your leg. And find your downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. 2 more breaths. One more breath. Exhale, knees on the floor. I'm gonna give you guys a few more minutes for you to get your chairs. And just make sure that the chair is against a wall or that the chair is strong enough to hold your body weight, okay? Good. Take one cushion or a towel on top of the chair. Inhale, bring your hands to the chair, walk your knees back, smell your heart. Okay, you're gonna keep your right hand on the chair and you're gonna do thread the needle with the opposite arm. Just for 3 breaths. Inhale, center. Exhale, opposite. Don't press too much, okay? 2, careful with your elbows, joints, and center. Good. Walk your knees forward. Bring your elbows on top of the chair. Take 1 big breath, inhale. Little by little, bring your head in between your arms and through. You can keep your arms straight if that is a little more comfortable for you. Just make sure you are not compressing too much your elbows joints. So that's why I bend my elbows. 3 more breaths. Inhale, come back up. Walk your knees forward. Sit on your heels together, hands on your shoulders. Shoulder rotation, and then all the way around. Very good. Stand up. So different options. If you're continuing a standing position, it's easier actually. For those of you who want to feel the pose a little more intense, you're going to drop the knee on the floor. Let's start with the right side. Bring your right shin on top of the chair. So if you have this chair that has support, place your foot here so your foot is flexed. Let me move the chair behind so you can see better. Here. Oh. Okay. Same idea like pigeon. So flex your foot, pigeon position. If you want to make the pose a little easier, so your heel closer towards your hips, right? Take an extra breath, inhale. Bring your hands on the chair. Okay. Make sure the chair is firmly. Take 1, 2, 3 steps with your left leg. If it's too much for you, soften your knee or stretch your leg. I leave it up to you, okay? Like I said before, if you want to feel a little more intensity in this position, mindfully drop your knee on the ground, okay? So just be mindful. Flex your foot. Take a long deep breath, either hands by your side, or if you want to stretch your shoulders at the same time, hands on top. Exhale, walk your hands forward, and exhale like pigeon, resting pigeon, forehead down. So we have different bodies, nothing good, nothing wrong. Just observe your breath, and if your breath is still flowing, still happening naturally, continue maybe a little more, okay? The goal is not how deep you are, is what do you feel where you are in the pose. Are you still yourself? Take 3 more breaths. Two. Exhale, up and release. Okay. Bring your hands on the chair. If your knees on the floor, tuck your back toes. Pick up your knee up. 1, 2, 3 steps. And step your right foot down. Okay, hands on the chair. Just paddle your legs. Bringing back circulation on your right leg. Shake it out, shake it out. 2 more breaths. Miss teaching classes, miss seeing you guys. But this is a way to keep us connected, right? So help us to share this channel, the community classes as well with your friends and family. 2 more breaths. Even with somebody that never tried yoga before, we have classes for everybody. Left side. Pigeon position on your left side. So like I said before, if you want to feel less, heel closer to your groin. If you want to feel more, your shin parallel to the mat. Okay, take an extra breath, hands on the chair. 1, 2, 3 steps, adjust. Now if you did it before with your knee down, knee on the floor, also sometimes one side is tighter than the other one. So if you need for this side, one prop underneath your knee, why not? Go. Flex your foot, take an extra breath, inhale, exhale. Either stay with your torso up or sleeping pigeon. Observe the sensations right now, and without modifying, without judging the sensations, just observe and another sensation will come. So let them pass without judging. Take 3 more breaths. 2. 1. For releasing, hands on the chair, not on the handles. Tuck your back, toes, knee up. 1, 2, 3 steps. Pause and exhale. Release your opposite foot. Shake your legs. Right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Very good. Now, if you don't have like a towel or something for the edge of the chair, please bring it now, okay? So make sure it's going to be comfortable. Good. I give you the options with or without props. If you sit on the floor, it's more intense, okay? If you take props for sitting, it's easier, so I leave it up to you. Okay. Sit down, starting with your feet parallel and your feet on the floor, and slowly Slowly recline your upper back on the chair. Take an extra breath, inhale, exhale, arms up. Okay, little by little, take your hands on the chair. Instead of fingers, look, your palms facing down, your palms facing up the ceiling. Good. Take an extra breath, maybe relax your head. Like actually here, for me, it's with the blocks is too high. So I'm gonna release the prop. Now yes, much better. Good. If it's uncomfortable for you, drop the head. Don't do that, okay? Just imagine extra pair of hands on the back of your neck, and then mindfully stretch your legs. If stretching your legs is too intense for you today, keep bending your knees, please. Good. Observe your breath at all times. Allows you to close your eyes. We are not resting, we are actively stretching by pulling the handles towards you, by elongating your legs. Take 3 more breaths. 2. For releasing, bend your knees first. Release your arms. Bring your hands to your knees. And slowly, slowly, slowly sit up. Pause. Take your breath. Exhale, release. Very good. Now for the next one, we're gonna do bridge position. And some of you maybe gonna go a little deeper onto a wheel position instead of bridge. Today, that is not our main pose. Main pose is camel, but I give you the option if you want to go deeper into a wheel position before camel, okay? Good. Now, like I said before, the chair has to be pretty fixed and pretty stable. Lay down on your back and bring your feet at the edge of the chair. So the arch of the feet on the chair. You can maybe reach the chair or not, that doesn't matter too much. Okay, just make sure your feet are firmly on the chair. Take an extra breath, inhale, feet parallel, inhale, exhale, hips up halfway, not too high. Exhale, release. So now I start to see if you need to modify your feet maybe a little bit forward or backwards. Not too high, we're just testing first. Okay. Now that you know that you are stable, bring your hips up all the way. Now walk your shoulders in, keep your neck long and free. Breathe for 7. For those of you feeling quite comfortable here, I'm not gonna demo, but I will give you the option. You bring your hands by your ears, place the crown of the head on the floor, and you lift up to a full wheel position, Urbadhanurasana. Rest of you, stay with me in Setu Bandhasana. Take 3 more breaths. 2. Exhale slowly. Everybody release. I'm going to take a couple of breaths with the legs on top of the chair. Relax your arms. Move your neck to the right. Move your neck to the left side. Take 3 more breaths. 2. 1 more breath. Very good. Roll to the side. Find your seated position. And seated position in front of the chair before continuing. 3 breaths. Just calm your breath. 2 and 1. Good. 2 more poses with the chair. Okay. Now, like we did before from standing, palms facing up the ceiling, so externally rotate your shoulders. And bring your hands on the chair. Okay. Your legs are inside from the chair, so actively push the chair away with your legs. Take a long deep breath. Inhale. Hips forward. Lengthen the side of your body. And imagine this extra pair of hands at the back of your neck. Those of you feeling quite comfortable here, maybe walk your hands back a little more. Keep your neck long. Dropping head makes really difficult to breathe unless you're pretty comfortable with your backward bends. Alright, but if we are starting, keep space on the back of your neck. Push your hips forward. 3, 2. For releasing, walk your hands forward and exhale, release. Very good. Last one with the chair. Oh. So same idea, legs. So just your ankles inside of the chair. Take a long deep breath. Inhale. Externally rotate your shoulders. Bring your hands from inside. You can go for the handles if you prefer. Now, take a long deep breath. Inhale. Bring the back of your head on the top of the chair. Puff your hips forward. If you want a little more, walk your hands back. If your small fingers are closer to each other, the pose is a little more intense. And if you need to release the tension, hands away from each other. 3 more breaths. Exhale. Slowly tuck your chin in and walk your hands forward. Release, knees on the floor. Take a couple of breaths in an active child pose, either hands or fingertips on the floor. Take 3 more breaths. 3, 2, 1. Inhale up. I will give you a few breaths for you to place the chair away. Just continue with your props and belt. And we meet in downward facing. On your down dog, inhale. On your down dog, exhale. On your down dog, inhale. On your down dog, exhale. We stretch hips for pigeon, mermaid, or king pigeon for those of you feel comfortable with. On your pigeon position, right side, right knee to the right, and right foot to your left. If you need a prop for your right sit bone, and take a couple of breaths. There's no rush. Back and forth, back and forth. 3 more breaths. 2, 1. Good. The option is stretching quadriceps because that's what we need for today. But if you want to go into a mermaid position or even king pigeon position, go ahead, go for it. So I'm continuing stretching my quadriceps by bringing the heel closer and closer towards my armpit. Surely we can do just a little. It's enough. Then if you want to go deeper onto your stretch, foot to the armpit. 2 more breaths. you are, slowly release and find your downward facing dog. 5 counts together. Relax your shoulders, relax your gaze. 2 more breaths. Exhale, left side. Pigeon, left side. Take a couple of breaths for adjusting your pigeon side to side. Always practice the same option, the same variation. So if you did mermaid, continue with your mermaid. Quadricep stretch for today's practice. Back and forth a couple of times. And then find the stillness. Lengthen. Create a space on your back. Two more breaths. Exhale, slowly release and find your downward facing dog. One big breath in down dog. Exhale. Plank position. Place your knees on the floor, chest and chin on the ground. Take your backward bend, maybe a little higher this set. Neck long. Exhale, release your chest on the ground. Take your forearms on the ground and just take a couple of breaths. Calm your heartbeat, calm your breath. 2 more breaths. Keep your right forearm on the ground. Get your legs apart a little more. Frog position on your left side. So instead of your fingers pointing down, try your fingers pointing forward. Bring your heel closer to your butt cheek. If this is too much for you, you can rest your forehead down. For those of you who want a little more intensity on your pose, you can come on your right fingertips and chest up. Options are always yours. Exhale, release. Change your side. Inhale. Exhale. Starting with your forearms, and after a couple of breaths, you wanna progress, come up, inhale. Take 3 more breaths. 2, elbows pointing back. And 1. Exhale, release. Find your downward facing dog position. 5 counts together. Two, 1. Good. Look forward. Right foot outside of your right hand, left foot outside of your left hand, and find your Malasana position. For modification, so if you need something a little more comfortable, let's say, step on your props. Hands in prayer, side by side, a couple of breaths. 2 more breaths. Hands to your heart, close your eyes. Inhale, hold your breath and bring your pelvic floor up to the navel. Exhale, release. Inhale, belly to the spine and belly up to the throat. Exhale, release. Inhale deeply, hold your breath, descend, bring your pelvic floor, your belly into the spine and up to the throat, 2 locks. Exhale, release. 3 more. Inhale, Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha, lock, retention. Exhale, release. 3 more. Inhale. Exhale, release. Last 2. Inhale. Exhale, release. 1 last. Inhale. Exhale, release. Slowly open your eyes. Downward facing. Go. Take just 3 breaths in down dog. 3, 2, 1. Come on to a kneeling position. Keep your knees together and heels together. Come onto your fingertips. Take a long deep breath, inhale. Keep your sit bones on your heels, just puff your chest up to the ceiling. Remember the extra pair of hands behind your neck. And if you're comfortable on your fingertips, bring your hips up as well. Keep your neck long, just 5 breaths. Relax your gaze. Exhale, release. Back to a neutral spine, so no, don't modify, don't round your back yet. For the second set, take your 2 blocks either in level number 1, level number 2, level 1 as well could be. If you want to make the pose a little more tense, take your props in level number 3. Your 2-piece fingers on top of your props. Take a long deep breath like we did before. First your chest. Puff your chest up. Take an extra breath. Inhale, hips up halfway. See how you're feeling with your props? And then once you're ready, hips up. If you need to modify, walk your hands back 1 little step. Puff your chest up just for 3 to 5 breaths. Exhale slowly and release. Good. Back to a neutral spine. Couple of breaths. Good with the time. Good. For the last 2 sets, if it's hard for you to reach your heels in full pose, tuck your toes under or take your props on the top of the feet. Okay, so it's your choice. Full poses, hands on your heels instead. Hands on your lower back. Imagine you have pockets. Squeeze your elbows, puff your chest up. Lengthen the front part of your body and mindfully bring your hands on your heels, on your props. Now, like we did with the chair, puff your chest up and your hips forward. Lengthen the back of your neck. 3 for 5. Calm your breath and observe the sensations. Exhale, chin to the chest, hands onto your lower back, and slowly sit down. Find the stillness on your neutral spine. Very good. Bring the sole of the feet together in butterfly position. Open and close your knees. Either you rest from a sitting position with your hands on the floor, or you lay down for Supta Virasana. Okay? I'm gonna close the practice, but I will talk to you for a little while at the end of the practice. Okay? If you wanna continue with closing sequence, take your closing sequence maybe for Ashtanga practice, or just take some twisting poses, some happy baby poses. Bring your hands to your heart center, close your eyes.